Yeah, boss of YouTube, how's it going, everybody? Got for you guys today a really fun and good close PU battle that I had against my boy ThrohThatShit. Yes, that is his YouTube name. I'll leave his channel link down in the description, so make sure to go check him out, as well as his Twitter if you guys want to go challenge him to PU. And actually, I really want to make these PU battles a little bit more interactive with you guys, because I really do like to be interactive with my subscribers. So I'll leave a link to the PU tier down below, and I want you guys to pick some Pokemon there, and I'll leave some set suggestions of certain Pokemon, and I'll make them and use them on Wi-Fi. Just don't get like too ridiculous with it, like, I don't know, Choice Specs, Torterra or something like that. I'm not gonna try that out, even though I know PUs are fun. I don't want to use stuff like that. But yeah, just pick out some Pokemon, leave set suggestions, leave the EV spreads and all that shenanigan as well, and I will make sure to use them. And thank you to everybody who reached our like goal in the previous Wi-Fi battle. So much like that one, if we can get this one up to 400 likes, that would be amazing, and I would definitely upload another video for you guys tomorrow as well. Now, going into this battle, the biggest threat I saw on Throhs' team was gonna be that Throh actually, just because if it does turn out to be bulk up and I lose my Articuno, it could be a bit of a problem, although I do have Clefable. And this battle was honestly just really frustrating, and I'll get to those points when they come up. So he's going to be leading off with a Rock and Roll, as I'm going to be leading off with my Clefable. I'm going to switch right into my Torterra, just expecting him to want to go for like a Rock Blast, Stone Edge or something, but no, he ends up going for the Stealth Rocks, as I'm going to take my own opportunity to get up Stealth Rocks. Me being an idiot didn't bring a Rapid Spinner or Defogger. As he goes for the Toxic, he ends up missing. Now, originally, he hit the Toxic, and then I went for Earthquake this turn. But I decided to go for Wood Hammer just to be able to get that little bit of extra damage that he would have got off with the Toxic, because we disconnected around this turn right here. So I actually ended up living the explosion. Then he brought in Mightyena, but because I went for the Wood Hammer, I'm going to get knocked out by the explosion. So at this point, it's just free play, do whatever we want to do, because my Torterra is knocked out. So I end up bringing it, not Mightyena, he brought in Crocodile. Wow. I mean, I thought of Moxie and then thought of Mightyena. But he brings in the Crocodile as I bring in my Slacking, and I really need to just get rid of this Slacking, because it's supposed to have Giga Impact and Fire Punch, but it has Frustration and Earthquake, so I'm definitely going to make a new one after this narration, most likely, if I do have some time, because I definitely would have gone for the Fire Punch this turn as opposed to going for the Earthquake, because I predicted him to want to bring in the Clang, and obviously if I had Fire Punch, I would have been able to hit the incoming Tropius and got off a huge amount of damage. So I'm going to switch into my Clefairy, expecting him to just want to go for like Elite Seed or something along those lines, but it turns out that he's actually Dragon Dance, which was a little bit scary, but that Leaf Blade at +1 honestly did not do any damage to me, which is really great, because now I'm going to be able to safely go for a Cosmic Power, in the following turn go for a Charge Beam, because the moveset on this Clefairy is supposed to be Soft Boiled, Cosmic Power, Charge Beam, and Moonblast. But me being the complete idiot that I am, I did not check Clefairy before I went into this battle, and I have Calm Mind over Moonblast. Oh, how this frustrated me. Oh, you're gonna see that it gets even better near the end of the battle. So he's gonna set up with a Gear Grind, as I'm just gonna go for another Charge Beam. Thankfully, I do not miss, because I think I do end up missing one Charge Beam. I think it was the one before this, as I'm able to get the special attack drop, special attack boost, as he ends up going for another Shift Gear. And I did predict that, which is why I actually did stay in. Plus, I really did just want to try to break his Substitute, and I am going to be able to break it this turn, because I believe I am a +2 attack, and I think he's a +2 attack and like +4 speed. Obviously, I'm going to special attack when I said attack on my Clefairy. Either way, though, this turn I'm going to predict him to go for the Gear Grind, so I'm going to bring in my Slowpoke. And ladies and gentlemen, you should really try out Max Defense, Max HP, Eviolite Slowpoke. This thing takes hits for days. So I'm going to be able to take the Frustration with ease, as I managed to get a crit with the Skull, which kind of makes up for me missing the Charge Beam with my Clefable, as he ends up making a very risky play by switching into his Zebstrika. I'm actually going to be able to get a crit, but to be honest, I would have rather got a burn, just to be able to get that residual damage every turn that he did want to stay in. So obviously I don't want to take a Thunderbolt or a Volt Switch, so I decided to switch into my Articuno, which Articuno would have been a big threat to his team, but this Articuno has Tailwind, Blizzard, Hurricane, and Roost. It was originally supposed to be a sub-Roost set, so okay, everybody check your Pokemon before you go into a battle, or you're going to be like me, who ends up miss-savving something and then pays for it dearly. So he volt switches, I believe, into his Clang as I bring in my Abra. Thankfully for me though, my Shadow Ball is going to be enough to knock out that Clang. I was a little bit doubtful that I would be able to knock it out. Thankfully I do though, as he brings in the Krokorok. He doesn't know that I'm focused at, so I'm actually going to stay in and I'm going to go for the Energy Ball, hoping that I would be able to knock out this Krokorok, because with this thing being scarfed and having Moxie and knockoff, it's going to get severely annoying. So I'm going to be able to easily knock it off with the Energy Ball. Unfortunately though, my sash is broken, which means I am not going to be able to take a hit from this Zebstrika, so I am going to be forced to switch out. And I decided to bring in my Slacking, hoping that I could take a Thunderbolt. And me and Throh were actually in call during this battle, and I told him that I was Choice Scarfed, and that's actually going to play a role this turn because he's going to be fearing that I'm Scarfed, and I'm going to go for the Frustration. And if I just had Giga Impact, this Throh would have been annihilated. Luckily for me though, Throh doesn't actually end up going for the bulk up. He ends up going straight for the circle throw, because I think even at +1 defense, a Frustration still would have been strong enough to knock him out, and I guess he knew that. So he's able to get rid of my Slacking, as now I can bring back in my Abra. His last Pokemon are Throh, Tropius, and Zebstrika, which means something on his team is about to get knocked out. If he wants to bring in Tropius, it's 2 KO'd. If he wants to bring in Zebstrika, it's O-code. If he wants to leave in Throh, it's O-code. And ultimately, he decides to bring in the Tropius. I don't really know why. I mean, both Throh and Tropius were kind of useless to him at this point, so I guess it really wasn't too big of a deal. As I'm able to knock out the Tropius, he is now going to bring back in this Zebstrika, which obviously is going to be faster than me, so I'm going to switch into my Slowpoke, just because if I do have a chance to win this battle, I want to save Abra for that throw. So ultimately, just foddering off my Slowpoke was the better and the best play I could have done in this situation. And now what I can do is bring in my Clefairy, know that I can live a Thunderbolt and knock him out with the Moonblast, right? No, I have Calm Mind over Moonblast because I didn't check, and I lost. That's why I lost. I'm gonna end up losing because I was an idiot, didn't check my Clefairy before this battle, and I could have Moonblasted, knocked out this Zebstrika, possibly knocked out Throh, if not then just won with Abra. But yeah, in the end, Throh is going to end up winning, and this is a perfect lesson to you guys to check your Pokemon before you go into a battle. And in the end, it was still just a very fun battle, but I lost because I missed Sav. That's really the only reason why. Throh, okay? This is just a joke between me and Throh. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, though. As I said, leave some suggested sets down below. I'm sorry, I thought it was funny how I said that. And I'll definitely make sure to use them in PU. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to some more content. If you missed any of my previous 2 uploads that are playing on your screen right now. And with that, guys, I will see you all soon. So later, everybody.